Welcome to the Great Minnesota Get Together. Over the years, I've covered so many businesses that are featured right here at the State Fair. So let's start at the grandstand with Set Adrift Art making its State Fair debut. When it's time to create,
what's the story here?
Tim Chapman does it from the heart.
So the first real bar I drew was actually the Sweeney's bar. I get to know the staff and everyone knew my name and I met some friends there and it's just like, okay, I'm home.
Home, after in 2018 he left his native home, Australia.
My wife Anna brought me here. She was living in Sydney for work. Just met at a bar and it's kind of crazy how one night can totally change your life. I don't think I would have even been able to find Minnesota on a map 10 years ago. And now here I am.
This is our top selling print. It's called Loons on the Lake.
Now from the couple's St. Paul home, Tim produces colorful love letters to Minnesota.
It's helped me connect with the city because it's mainly like, oh, that is cool, that place is cool, I want to draw that. One of our little secrets is we like to throw our dogs in there. So Rocco gets into the bar pictures, Luca gets into the more serene pictures.
Set Adrift Art captures all the reasons why Tim loves living here.
I love going to the State Fair, yeah. It's actually, I fully embraced Minnesota in all its glory.
From a fan,
we've got our new State Fair stickers,
to a first-time vendor.
People love the colors, so we're expanding the series and we're doing lots of landmarks.
Evenings, weekends, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Anna Meyer says in May they got the State Fair's stamp of approval.
It's a huge deal. It felt like a dream come true when we found out in May. We were so excited.
Hopefully they like the style and the colors, but it's also, I think, just the great stories they have at the places that we draw. A lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia.
And a taste of the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
It's more than just a drawing, it's a story.
You can find Set Adrift Art on the second floor east section. Staying here at the grandstand, we're now going to talk about K Mama Sauce. They made their State Fair debut in 2023, and they show how persistence paid off.
Best sauce is at the fair. Gotta try it.
Persistence.
Come on in, folks.
Pays off.
Can you turn this face down? Look at that face. I mean, he's got to go south.
The best sauce is at the fair. Come on in, sir.
Casey Kai would know.
Best sauce is made in Minneapolis.
On his 8th try, he secured a vendor spot at the Minnesota State Fair.
Amazing.
K Mama Sauce is a vegan Korean hot sauce company made out of Northeast Minneapolis.
So these are my mom's recipes.
When Casey moved to Minnesota 14 winters ago, he missed his mom's cooking.
I grew up with just amazing flavors from my mom, and actually she would have this very exact sauce in our fridge.
Then after switching careers in 2014, an idea formed.
I had a mentor and senior pastor at Church of All Nations, Jen S. Kim, who was basically a father figure to me, who said, hey, you need to do something that's helping the church but also not related directly, so why don't you start a fundraising business?
30% of profits go to the church, helping with initiatives like affordable housing, job training skills, and sustainability.
I learned so much even more about supporting local community in this way, and for me this is a ministry.
Now reaching even more people.
We do have mild, medium, then the newest one for the fair is for those heat lovers who love spice.
And their sauces also come in a State Fair friendly size to put on your
cheese curds, your pronto pubs.
Casey, his wife Stephanie Tan, and their team are working
it's crazy
14-hour days.
It's just it's been really fun. We really get to see like a wide variety of people.
8 years in the making.
I think persistence matters in this business.
For Behind the Business,
there's our recipes on there.
Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News. You can find K Mama Sauce on the first floor southeast section. Also on the first floor, there's Here's the Deal Spice Co. They've just launched their latest creation, North Star Char, exclusively at the fair. We first met the couple in 2020, right before the pandemic. At the Home and Garden Show, here's a taste of a new business. Tom and Nicole Dockman are the owners of Here's the Deal Spice Co. And it all began in 2017 with I Do.
We did big prime rib rubs for our wedding, along with some chicken and some fish, and we just wanted a universal blend.
So Tom created one and made enough for guests to take home too.
Long story short, everybody wanted more and more, and we thought they were being nice, and really they really loved it, and so we really felt like we had something here.
Tom has 16 years of culinary experience, spending the last 4 at Travail in Robbinsdale.
He has a wide variety of knowledge from all of his experience, and so we like to say that it's packaged up into that bottle, right? So people can have chef quality meals at home.
The couple launched Here's the Deal Spice Co. in November 2019.
So what we have here featuring is our wing blend.
They have 4 blends, 3 of them organic, gluten-free, and vegan.
This is a universal blend that we actually served at our wedding.
Their most popular, 127, was named after their wedding date.
This one here is a Togarashi blend. It's a Japanese spice blend with orange peel.
And a barbecue rib rub Tom worked on with a Kansas City chef and barbecue judge.
3 of them are classified as blooming blends. So they need like fat, moisture, and heat to really open up all the essential oils and really create the best flavor.
This is their first home and garden show.
Actually, a gentleman over here selling his juice mix gave me my first job as a chef.
He does his homework, I will tell you that.
Joe Zimmerly now owns Summer Lakes Beverage.
We have a lot of the same kind of guiding principles when it comes to scratch cooking, and his spices, my cocktail mixes kind of share some of those characteristics.
And Joe was Tom's best man at their wedding. Now both are building their own businesses.
So once they try it, everybody loves it.
So here's the deal.
You want the best, you want organic, you want full flavors. Here's the deal, this is how it's done.
A perfect blend. Here's the Deal Spice Co. can be found in the Blue Ribbon Bargain Book. We'll be back at the grandstand right after the break. Welcome back from the grandstand. Here you can find a St. Paul entrepreneur who launched her cosmetics company after getting furloughed during the pandemic. Here's Lip Esteem. On a cold, snowy day in St. Paul, warmth exudes from Tamika Jones, an entrepreneur who helps others feel confident through her lipstick line.
I am looking for gifts for our staff. I run Hallie Q. Brown Community Center.
This is our winter lip care.
Tamika is helping Jonathan Palmer pick the right gifts.
Okay, Selena likes a gloss.
It's one of the ways she connects with the community through her business, Lip Esteem.
Being a single mom, I didn't really have time and energy while my daughter was growing up to actually start my brand.
That changed during the pandemic when, as a makeup artist, she was furloughed.
Plus, there was so much trauma with the civil unrest that was going on. I wanted to make sure that I did my part as far as community building was concerned and create a product that would help bring beauty back to an area that had been seeing so much trauma.
Lip Esteem is a plant-based, gluten and cruelty-free lipstick line. Tamika made sure it was long-lasting for women on the go.
I wanted to make sure that they were moisturizing. Living in Minnesota, our lips can get dried out really fast.
And Tamika chose shades that could complement everyone.
Really pretty.
With local names like Rondo, Tamika's neighborhood where she opened a storefront in April 2022.
I am from the Rondo community and I love to be a part of the community.
Advanced practice esthetician Patrice Smith of the Skin Lab has a space in the shop for skincare services. Local artists are also featured on the walls, and the place offers makeup lessons and makeovers.
It's about making people feel better when they leave here than how they felt when they came. There we go.
A perfect match.
And there you go.
In St. Paul, Heidi Wigdahl.
Happy holidays.
KARE 11 News. You can find Lip Esteem on the second floor of the grandstand, and there's also a deal for them in the Blue Ribbon Bargain Book. Staying on the second floor, not far from Lip Esteem, you can find Namaste Boutique. They're back for their second year at the fair. The bright colors coming from the grandstand match the personality of Gina Gurung Vamhoff.
It's so much of culture, so much of brightness, and that's what I love about all of the things that I have here.
Gina is originally from Nepal and in 2011 came to Roseville.
My home, my business, my everything is in Roseville. I'm the Roseville girl.
Gina had been working in healthcare during the pandemic when she had a baby.
Yep.
It caused her to change careers, opening Namaste Brows and Boutique.
I represent Nepal and all of my felt items are made with yak wool. I went to Nepal 3 years ago. Businesses, shops, restaurants, everything was shut down.
During that time, Gina found women to work with on her designs.
These are made by my 4 women crafters.
Not only does she support the crafters, but their kids at school.
I've been educating 9 kids and then giving jobs to 4 people in Nepal.
Helping build a brighter future.
It's first time, so people are just surprised to see us, you know.
Now Gina is sharing her story at the Minnesota State Fair with her family beside her.
A lot of people I see this awesome, this is wonderful.
I can't believe that I'm here today, you know, because it's not about me again. This is about talking about a country, talking about your culture, talking about those women that had lost hope. And I am that light and hope for them today. This, for me, is a dream come true.
A dream made brighter at the Great Minnesota Get Together.
Listen to your heart If there's anything that you had wanted, try it. It's worth it. You know, you will make it. Thank you.
Again, Namaste Boutique can be found on the second floor. Moving on from the grandstand, coming up next after the break, we're headed to the International Bazaar for some food. Welcome back from the International Bazaar. At the Midtown Global Market booth, there's a new food from Hoyo Sambusa. They're offering both mini and full-size sambusas. Back in February, we stopped by their commercial kitchen to get the story behind their business.
Community can be built in so many different ways. At Hoyo, it's folded into every sambusa.
It's just a small company that's growing up. Everyone who tastes it loves it.
Maryam Mohammed is one of the founders of Hoyo, which means mother in Somali.
The idea came from me and my friend Matt Glover, who at the time had Somali neighbors, and in particular one Somali woman who had 7 children and she was a single mom. Our mission was to hire low-income women who did not speak English, refugees.
Hire refugees to make sambusa, a savory fried pastry and staple in Somali homes.
In Somalia, you don't make it all the time. We only make it during Ramadan when we are fasting, also at the weddings and when you have special guests.
The team makes up to 3,900 sambusas from scratch each day.
We're just sorting the sambusa.
It then gets frozen and sold in stores.
It's amazing.
Interim CEO Guido Wusser says they're getting ready to move from Veep to a larger kitchen at Midtown Global Market.
We have a couple of retail chains that would like to start to sell our product, but we don't have enough production space in this kitchen.
We're feeding our American children.
Hoyo's food can be found in 25 school districts.
240,000 students across Minnesota now have this as an option. We hear stories about the students asking about, well, what does this kind of product be? In St. Cloud, the superintendent has amazing stories about the cultural discussions that will happen with the students.
Those discussions are happening over sambusa, made by refugees and immigrants building their own communities.
It makes me just cry and I feel so happy.
In Bloomington, Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
You can find Hoyo Sambusa at the Midtown Global Market booth August 21st through August 26th. Sticking around at the International Bazaar, El Burrito Mercado is celebrating its 2nd year at the fair. We were there when they made their state fair debut.
We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna transfer that stuff.
On the day before the crowds,
My first order of taquitos at the Minnesota State Fair.
Tomas Silva did a test run.
Everybody over there is family, they're all here. Show support and love.
It's unsurprising for El Burrito Mercado, a longtime family-run business and St. Paul staple.
Some people call us, the Mexican Mall of America, because we have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Now, a little bit of El Burrito is at the state fair.
We're gonna be doing taquitos. It's got the quesadilla beef with cheese.
Also esquite.
Elote, the Mexican-style roasted corn.
And to drink.
We're getting the agua de sandía, the crazy watermelon drink. It's basically watermelon with mango and chamoy bits inside of it.
I like it.
But bringing a taste of the business took time.
It's so fun. I love representing a little bit of Mexico right here in our little space. So
Melissa Silva has been running El Burrito Mercado's Mexican import decor booth at the fair since 2013. And that's how long she's been trying to get her brother a food booth. Then in May,
put his head up, he's kind of got tears coming down, and he was like, I just got the call from the fair, his shaky voice. I was like, so you got in? And he's like, yeah, dude, I think we finally got in.
Now the siblings are straight across from each other.
It's definitely a game changer.
Serving thousands upon thousands. And it all started with their parents.
You guys want to do it. So they're here working every single day.
That they have wanted to follow our footsteps. I couldn't want more, I'm just so proud of them.
A sweet family moment with a little spice.
Boom! Minnesota Nice with a touch of spice.
They're offering a new food this year, flauta dippers. Coming up after the break, a new food vendor and a fair favorite for dog lovers. In Pet Pavilions, you can find Must Be Rough, a Brooklyn Park-based dog treat bakery. In 2022, we stopped by before they made their state fair debut. Getting ready for the Minnesota State Fair is no picnic.
We need to lay it down.
But for Reggie Carter,
all right,
it holds the promise of a treat.
This is the grunt work part of it. It's hot, but I'm excited to be here.
Must Be Rough is a gourmet dog treat bakery based out of Brooklyn Park, inspired by the family dog, Kirby.
Before we got her, I did a bunch of research because I wanted her to live a long time. So I grew up on a farm down south, and the farm dogs would live for a really long time, 17, 18 years old. Throughout my research, the only link that I found was the foods that the dogs ate.
So Reggie started making his own food for Kirby, including her treats. Soon, other dogs were getting a taste, with Must Be Rough launching in April of last year. Reggie is intentional about the ingredients.
Pumpkin, which is great for the dog's digestive system. Cinnamon, small quantities, regulates their blood, just like it does for humans. I use a local honey, which is great for kennel cough.
6 months into his business, he applied for a spot at the state fair.
And I didn't even think I had a shot to get in.
2 weeks later, he was in.
I think he'll do good. I'm really happy for him and his family.
Everything's baked fresh, and Reggie has emergency bake teams ready.
If you're from Minnesota and you live here, you know that this is the place to be this time of year, so it's truly a great honor.
While Must Be Rough is 4 state fairs in, another is just getting started. Greater Tater is making its state fair debut.
I can have who's next.
At the Great Minnesota Get-Together, it can be hard to stand out from the crowd.
I can have you over here.
But
hi.
Not for David.
I've seen you at the Washington County Fair. I've seen you at the Steele County Fair.
And now at the Minnesota State Fair.
It's been our dream to come here. I was teary-eyed.
Greater Tater focuses on what's on the inside.
Yes.
And the inside of these jumbo stuffed tater tots called tater kegs.
My favorite one is called the cheese bomb. That has sour cheese and sour cream.
David is the face of Greater Tater.
I like to put joy in people's faces and give them hope.
He is a treasure. We have known David and his family since he was a little boy.
Sarah Cook's brother, Chaz Lisi, is David's childhood friend. The pair's lifelong dream was to open a business around food.
My dad got together with Chaz and David last year and started the Greater Tater. Never dreamed we would be here a year later.
And just 6 years after David graduated from Bethel's Build program.
Let's give me 10, please.
His dream was always to be a chef. And here he is.
They're serving tater kegs with the slogan, "It's what's inside that counts."
And that is really true because I have Down syndrome. They need to see what's inside of me that really counts.
It was really important to us to kind of shine a light and bring awareness to have meaningful employment for him and people with Down syndrome and disabilities.
Let's give me 10.
Now they're spreading their message at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
I can jump over here.
For David, that's as great as it gets.
You can find Greater Tater on Liggett Street, just outside the Horse Barn. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you at the KARE 11 Barn.
15 years of storytelling, hundreds of videos, all in one place. Land of 10,000 Stories, the complete collection. Rewatch your favorite stories or use the interactive map to find new stories across our state. Go to KARE11.com/land.